Hello my crafty friends. I'm going to be playing with the Craft Addiction UK Highland cow again, and I've got something special for it, something I think you will really enjoy. Let me just tilt that up a little bit, that's it. And I've used the new Craft Addiction stitched frames as well. I've used the square one, and I've used the rectangles as well, and I'll show you those as I've done them. They really are good, those. I love them. So first I've cut out my cow again, and I've done it brown on the back, and I've done white, and I'm just going to colour the white bit now. So I've got my my brush, and I'm going to go with the gathered twigs, which is the Distress Oxide gathered twigs, and just going over lightly because I don't want it too dark. For where the hair is, you know, when that comes over. I'm not putting real hair on today. I mean, you can do if you want on this, but so that's that one. I'm going for something a little bit darker, which is the walnut stain. And I'm just going to go in at the sides here and round where the horns are, the ears here. And just up there. Okay, and I'm going to get my black soot. A stiff lid, that. And just going to do his nose. I'm just going to do around his nose. Like that. That's it. I don't know if they have a black nose or a pink nose. I've never been that close to one. Oh dear. I'll have to have a look online. Okay, so that's done. So I want to glue that now onto there like that. So let's do that. What you can get is you can get some A4 sheets of double-sided paper glued. And when you have something like this where there's a lot of glue, I forgot to do it on mine. I have done it before. And when you cut it out, all you've got to do then is lift the one up and it's sticky underneath. I'll try and get a video done of that to show you if you're a bit unsure what I mean. So that's on there now. Looking nice, isn't he? And I'm just going to get my white pen. And I'm just going to sort of highlight some of where his hair is here. that's sort of just highlighted it. This pen I'm using is it's called Signo. It's a Uniball Signo UM153. It's a good one. Put that there for a minute. So what I've done is I've got a card here that I've done a base of, and that is 6 by 6. And my card I've made, and I think that's still wet. So I'm going to put some paper inside so that that doesn't go onto the other side of it. If you're ever worried about it, do that. So that's going to go right in the middle there. And I've used the rectangle of that I took out of here, this gap, and I've used the rectangle from the rectangle set with the nice edging on. So I'm just going to glue that down. Like that. And what I've done is I've done 2 side pieces that are going to go on here to raise it up like that. And this is 2 inch by 6 inch, and I've scored every 1/2 inch, and then I've folded it like that so that you've got a mountain in the middle, and you've got the flaps either side to glue down to your paper like that. So I'm going to glue those down now, or you can use red tape if you wish. I need to fill my glue gun up, it's running out. So just line that up at the side. That fits nicely. And remember to burnish it well. Oops, I've done it back to front. Make sure that the V of it, the mountain, is facing outwards, but it looks nice from the other side. I think it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, I'm just being pedantic, aren't I? So, yeah. So that fits again like that. And you get that nice smooth edge on the edge. Like that. So I was right the first time with that. I turned it round. You see that smooth bend? That needs to go on the edge. So that when you're looking at it from the side, there's no rough edges, no really rough edges. And then the top, I've done with a contrasting brown. And then in the square, I've used the stitched die again. Don't know if you can see that stitching. It really is nice. When you, in real life, you know, with it not on screen, you can see it better. But that will fit on there like that. When I've done. And what's going to go in the middle here, under the Highland cow, is 3 little miniature bottles of whiskey called 3 Wee Bottles Collector's Pack by the Cumbria Supply Company. And I'll leave a link for these because I think they're really, really cute. And they're going to go inside. So I just need to be sure where that's going to go there. So I know that at the bottom of there, when that's on, they're going to see that there were little bottles of whiskey. And I got some tape. I don't know if you've all been getting this on Facebook. The elf tape that you can put on and take off. But I got this from Temu. So it is removable. So I'm going to put some on the back there. So they can remove it. It's a bit of a novelty birthday card. And you can even do this as a Christmas. You know, I did the Christmas with the Highland cow. You could do this as a Christmas card. That would be lovely. So I'm just going to take off the little bit like red tape. It has a top on it like that. They're just fiddly, aren't they? I'll get it off. It won't beat me. There we are. Got it. So that's going to fit just down at the bottom there and upwards. And then I'm going to glue these sides here. Make sure it's well glued. And I'm going to fit this on. Like that. So that fits nice and tight. So I used the, not the smallest one, but the next one up for this gap. So you know that that fits absolutely perfect and you can see inside. And then our Highland cow is going to go there. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue behind his ears. And I'm just going to bend his ears a little bit and glue behind his ears. You could even put foam pads on. You could put foam pads on. Like that. And I use the smallest one of the rectangles with the stitching. Can you see that stitching? I'm in love with that stitching. And that is just going to go cover that gap up there. And I'm going to glue that there and it says happy birthday. So I just need to go around the top, down the side. And pop that down there. And that says happy birthday. And when they lift it, they can see the whiskey inside. And that of course is all stuck to the card like that. Can you see? It was wet, look. So I'll keep that in there. And I've got his eye. I need to put his eye on. There he is. That's his eye. And I thought in the corners here, you know, as if it's mounted. I hate those mounted animals, but this will be like a picture. And so I got these from Funky Fossil. They're glue dots. They're thingy dots. Not so much gems because they're enamel dots. That's the word. They're enamel dots. Let me just get that off. why that's not lifting. Strange. That one's come off, okay. So get that in the corner there. That in that corner. Make sure they're lined up okay. That for that one. And that for that one. Glue them on if you're a little bit unsure of how stable they are. And there you have it. But when it goes in your envelope, your 8x8 envelope, it will flatten down, except for those bottles. But it does go in an 8x8 envelope. So, yeah, you could even put a little bit of glitter on here for the hair. Let me do that. I'm going to use the Funky Fossils Stella Starlight just to accent the hair. Knocking everything to bits here. I have a special brush I use for this, and it's a small one. This is my brush box, Luke. A little flat one gone. Got it. It was hiding from me. So can you see it's a little nice little flat one. So just where the hair is that comes down. And it just highlights where that hair is, this fringe. I like that. I like that. I do. There we are. Put that in my water. Clean my fingers. And I'll get my black card. And move that a bit. Hard to see with that inside, isn't it? But I don't want it to spoil the card inside, because this is going to be for somebody's birthday, and a nice surprise when they look inside. They've got 3 little bottles of whiskey. How cute. Well, I hope you like that and you've enjoyed it, and it's a bit of inspiration. Something different, isn't it? You know, instead of the same old birthday cards. And especially if somebody does like a little bit of whiskey. That's a real novelty, isn't it? So if you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, and thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.